Do you see any way, even a conservative thing who I was speaking of yesterday said the only way to repair America is to try to get back to some civility and to try to make it that even if we have political disagreements, we're not going to war with each other, we're not trying to destroy each other?
Well, certainly I would love to see us return to civility, listening to one another, working out our differences. That is not the Republican Party that exists today, and that is certainly not the administration that we have in power right now. So when you're dealing with an ideological party that is driven by the lust for power, that is funded by corporate interests who want a government that does its bidding, it's hard. You can be civil, but you can't overcome what they intend to do unless you win elections. And you cannot be civil with a political party that wants to destroy what you stand for, what you care about. That's why I believe if we are fortunate enough to win back the House and/or the Senate, that's when civility can start again. But until then, the only thing that the Republicans seem to recognize and respect is strength. And so unless we win and we say to the people of our country, look, we need to protect the rule of law. We need to protect processes that are in place in the Congress and the government to protect you, to protect what you care about. So this should go both ways, and that's what I'm hoping for.
You have a big fear about this rhetoric and how it's going to affect your fear is that someone's going to get killed eventually, right?
Yeah, someone almost did. I was there at the ball field when Stephen Scalise almost died from a very, very angry, violent man who was incited really by rhetoric on the left. And this hasn't been reported enough. When he came onto the field with a semi-automatic weapon, firing probably close to 200 shots at us, shooting 5 people and almost killing Steve Scalise, he was yelling, "This is for health care." He also had a list of conservative legislators, Republicans in his pocket that he was willing to kill. So what happens when Democrats say get up in their face, they need to realize that there are a lot of unstable people out there. There are people with anger issues. There are people that are prone to violence. They might even live next door to you. You don't know where these people are. But what we shouldn't do is incite people to violence. And so we've asked Cory Booker to retract those words. We've asked the Democrats in general to try to ratchet it down and say, look, we want peaceful dialogue.
What did he say? Is he going to retract?
We've heard indirectly from him that he didn't intend to incite violence, and I take him at his word on that. I don't think his intention is to call people to be violent, but getting up in someone's face really kind of does sound like you want them to get nose to nose with them. And the problem is rational people might back down, but what's going to happen when the guy comes with a gun to a rally or comes with a knife to a rally? There is going to be an assassination if this doesn't ratchet down, and I think the other side needs to really calm the rhetoric down.
Indeed. All right, Senator Rand Paul, we thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
We've got to do a better job of getting across that America is freedom. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion,